There's something about Boston that keeps everybody tickled pink in Boston, and that's why Bob Ryan's here every once in a while. What do you make of this, Bob? There's just some Boston superiority over Toronto these days.
I don't know, something in the air. We haven't had a dead spot yet in the 21st century. It's always one of the teams, at least, that's in contention. And that's been the gospel truth ever since 2001. Yeah, I don't know. The Toronto Hex, I don't know. Bruins have been playing terrible hockey. And you do have a checklist of things you don't want to do. And they were doing them. And all of a sudden last night, it's 3-0 before so they snapped out of it. But they had really were having a terrible stretch.
Well, it's hard to tell. Sorry, it's hard to tell, but I thought the Bruins last night were the best looking team I'd seen all year, to tell you the truth.
Well,
that's how good they were.
They had bottomed out, maybe. We'll see. But it was we definitely will see. But there were some really disappointing games leading up to it. And, so that was a heartening thing for them.
How good are the Celtics, Bob?
The Celtics have the best roster. They have so going back to Danny Ainge and Wise Drift picks, they have assembled the best roster in the league. Talent is a starting point. If you were going to start, they have enough. They've touched all the bases. That the Porzingis trade was masterful. It gave them a dimension that they totally lacked and makes them more dangerous. Jrue Holiday is an upgrade on Marcus Smart. They're 1 to fill in the blank. 1 to 5. Do they have the best starting 5 in the league? Yes. Do they have the best 1 to 8? Very likely. They have the best 1 to 10, even possible there. So they got depth. The big questions are twofold for the playoffs. One, they have to prove that they can rise to the moment, and they did not. They have had chances. They've been in the finals, but this group needs to prove that it's learned all its prior lessons in the finals and the playoffs. And two, Joe Mazzulla will be under scrutiny. He's a young coach who is, if it doesn't go well, the finger will be pointed first at Brown and Tatum and then at him, or vice versa. And he knows it. But he's going into the job. Just remember this one thing about Joe Mazzulla. Last year, on the morning of September 21, 2022, he woke up and he was an anonymous assistant coach. Mm-hmm. On the morning of the 22nd, he woke up as the head coach of the Boston Celtics and was not totally prepared for that job. Technically, maybe, but not temperamentally. And he grew into the job last year and had to grow into it, and he has grown into it. But so he's the unproven commodity as far as having a championship caliber, pedigree.
Has he made changes to the Celtics that have really made them the great team they appear to be?
Is that what now? Is the what?
Has he made changes?
Oh, has he made changes? Well, he's emphasized the three big time. Big time, yeah. More than any previous time in their history. But this year, so that's one thing. Personnel, no, there hasn't been any dramatic personnel change whatsoever. Right. He's gifted with a cerebral backcourt. This backcourt is like two PhDs out there. They're coaches' dreams. They're technically sound, Derek White and Jrue Holiday, and they have the dream attitude. They're professionals, and they're grown men. They're wonderful, and of course, so that no, he hasn't. But he's definitely emphasized the three, but now they've got Porzingis that can throw the ball to when they needed to, and that's something that they did not have before.